So thank God that you have landed right here on this video and on this channel, because I've got a little story to tell you. You see, a few years ago, I was just a humble little odd job man, handyman, that made a very small income. And what happened one day is me and my wife, we were going to go back to the Philippines because she's a Filipino, and we were going to spend a couple of months there. So before we left, all the guys in the church all prayed for us at the front of the church, as they do. But then afterwards, one of the guys who, again, he was just a humble gardener, worked at the Bible College of Wales, and he came up to me afterwards and he said, "Look, Ben, while we were praying for you, I had this vision that you'd been digging for gold. You'd been trying to make some money. And while you're away, I had this vision that God says that you're going to find the gold." So he said that this wasn't a spiritual gold or spiritual wealth, but actual real physical wealth. Like, we were going to go away, and while we were away, we're going to find some money. But we didn't find any treasure. We didn't go out with a bucket and spade and dig up some treasure on the beach. No, it was when I was sat there in a hotel room in Australia. So we'd left the UK, we'd gone to the Philippines, we were currently in Australia. I was looking through my wallet and I could see like British pounds, Aussie dollars, and Filipino pesos, and I was just thinking how they're not actually worth anything. You go from one country to another and it's just paper trash, it's just toilet roll. So what could we do? Like, in this day and age, surely there's some sort of international digital currency. And that is where it hit me. That's where I realized that, of course, there was already something existing, and I started looking into it like crazy on YouTube, learning everything I could about it. And I finally made the decision to take just £500 of my holiday money. So I had about 2,000 at the time. That's all the money I had pretty much in the world. And I took 500 of that, put it into starting to trade online. And by the time we got back home, just check this out. Hi, I'm Ben. This is my wife Gigi, and we set out in 2017 on our journey to follow our passion and own our very first hotel. While away in Australia and the Philippines, I rediscovered Bitcoin, and by the time we came back home some 3 months later, I had turned $500 into over $10,000 just by trading crypto. I was hooked and started this YouTube channel to help others profit from crypto. Okay, so that was back then. Today, that money has grown into quite a bit. Not millions, okay? So don't get me wrong, I'm not a millionaire, not anything like that. But I've certainly got enough to cover my living expenses year in, year out. So I'm doing okay. And the purpose of this whole channel is to help you if you are a Christian and maybe you don't know what to do for a job. Maybe you like the idea of investing or having a business, that type of thing. And you don't want to be constrained and have to compromise your own beliefs to whatever it is that your employer wants you to do, which is a very real issue. Certainly for me, I'm quite the extreme Christian, I think. I have some things that I just wouldn't want to bend or compromise on, which is why I don't really like the idea of employment. I'd much rather be self-employed or doing like this, which is trading. So on this channel, over this year, 2026, I'm going to be sharing with you everything that I'm doing in trading. And I'm not going to be touching any of those things that I used to do, because basically there's just no money in there like they used to be. So it's not going up at like 1,000% a year or anything like that. And I found stocks are actually now much better off. And over that time, I think I put about 500 in at first and then 1,000. And then gradually, just recently, I've been ramping it up because this is a stocks and shares ISA. You see, one of the good things about trading stocks and shares, if you're in the UK, is you can do it all with zero tax. No capital gains tax, no income tax. You don't have to worry about tax at all. You don't have to worry about accounting, which is a big one for me because I absolutely despise having to do all the accounting every year. So stocks and shares ISA is fantastic way of just avoiding taxes completely. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to go into what I'm trading, why I'm trading it every single Monday. So you're going to get a Monday report of what I've traded, why I've traded it, and possibly what I'm going to be trading this week. So if you want to follow along and maybe test it yourself, then certainly go ahead and do that. This is why we're here. And we'll probably at some point, maybe if we get enough subscribers, maybe look at building some sort of online community or something like that. That is the plan, but we're not there yet. I think I've got 2 subscribers right now. I know one is my friend who we started this YouTube channel at the same time, and he's doing this Kingdom Way trading. The other one is probably my mum or something. I've got no idea, but you know, at the minute, if you want to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. So stocks and shares ISA is great for just buying something that you think long term or maybe over the next sort of 3 to 6 months is going to be going up. That's great, and it's a great way to invest. The big problem with the stocks and shares ISA is the fact that you can only go long. So going long is buying the shares, and you're basically looking for a long-term investment where it could be 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes, but you're just buying it to hold, hoping the price is going to go up. You can also go short on the market, which is where you're betting on the price coming down, and you cannot do that on a stocks and shares ISA, and that is not a good thing. You see, the market is not always going up. Right now in the USA, we have the PMI manufacturing data. So this is like a survey that goes out every single month in the US to different companies. And as you can see here, we are below the average right now. So that means that the economy for manufacturing in the US is a little bit below par right now. In fact, we've been below par for some time. And particularly here with new orders, you can see that the new orders are contracting. There's a lot of contraction there. The only thing increasing right now is the prices. So prices are going up with inflation. We all know that. And most things in the market are going down. But actually, when you do dig into the numbers, you can see they are improving. They are getting better. Obviously, the Joe Biden years took their toll. It'd be better if you could also go short on these stocks and actually bet they're going to come down. And for that, I've had to go here to eToro to use their site to just basically to go short. So you can see all of these are short positions, not looking particularly good because, as I said, I just left it over December and just forgot to trade, forgot to check the accounts or check the charts or do anything at all other than just go Christmas shopping. So it's not looking great. And I only actually began this in November just to sort of test it out and make sure that it works okay and it all works right. And another one that I've been trying to do as well is called spread betting. So in the UK, you cannot tax betting or gambling. So when it comes to spread betting, it's basically the same as a CFD account. It's a highly leveraged account. So, you know, say if you're going to put in, say, 2,000, it's leveraged up to like 50 grand or something like that of the amount of stocks you can buy. So it's very high leverage. So it's very dangerous. It's very easy to lose money when you're dealing with that kind of leverage. So I'm just testing it right now. I've just put in a little bit and I'm just going to be testing it over the next few months. Next Monday's video, I'm going to be sharing with you everything that happened this week. I don't know what I'm going to do yet because I've literally just come back after Christmas and New Year and finally actually logged back into my accounts. But that's it for now. Do subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.